All right, let's talk about why is rejection more paralyzing than ever right now. As I'm sitting here, I have my coronavirus hairdo going. Listen to this on audio. And my hood from my hoodie up because my curls are not behaving, and I'm realizing how vain I am because seeing myself on video all the time. I like my curls to be in the right place. So I'm sure that might be surprising to you. So I thought it would be funny to cover them up and stay on brand. But that's not the point of today's video or podcast, however you're consuming this. We're going to talk about why rejection is paralyzing you more than ever right now. And the questions are pouring in to me whenever I go to do a Q&A in one of our membership groups, one of our free groups. And it is, my team is experiencing no one wanting to spend money. What do I say when everyone is losing their job? Sharing the business opportunity hasn't been successful. People don't have money to spare with layoffs. And those are consistently the trends. And this is really paralyzing people. And I noticed it started to paralyze me myself when I was thinking about even just our membership group. It's $47. And we got a few emails that were, words along those lines. And I started to question myself. And I've been coaching on this concept every single day. And I'm noticing this with my clients, that people that used to be really resilient and unashamed and not bothered at all by no thanks, or it's not something that I'm looking at, or I can't afford it, or whatever, they're starting to spiral as well. And we need to bounce back each day, and it feels really, really heavy. And that's what I want to talk about today. So if you are experiencing those similar experiences or emotions, I want to let you know that that is normal. Please do not add shame upon discouragement. But I do have some solutions for you that I think are going to be really, really helpful. So the first thing that I want to talk about is some research on positive things versus negative things. This also is going to explain a lot of the anxiety and stuff that we're feeling really out in the world. But this is research done by John Gottman and Robert Levinson. And this is an old study about married couples. And the conclusion is that couples needed to provide 5 pieces, like positive interactions, to offset one negative interaction. And the authors continue in their report that trauma has a similar component. And so if we extrapolate from that research, right, we basically have a 5 positive to 1 negative scenario that we're working with psychologically. So we know we need 5 compliments to make up 1 bad thing. Hopefully my husband is listening to this and he can give 5 compliments to our kids versus 1 scolding. And then maybe I could take my own advice and give him 5 compliments to the 1 criticism I'm giving him publicly on a podcast. Oops, noted. Okay, so back to the point. 5 positive things. So what's happening? Stories stick. So we look at this research and we understand story sticks. When we hear a story, especially it's emotionally charged, so maybe it's involving someone we know and we love and we care about, that story is going to stick, and we're going to apply that situation to a lot of different places. And so what's happening is you're going to hear a story. This is what happened. I got laid off and I can't do it. And because it's so emotionally charged, it's going to appear to be true for many more things. Think back to those questions or challenges that are coming in. My team experienced no one wanting to spend money. Well, there might be a decrease in sales in some industries, but I don't know if it's no one. I don't think it went to 0, right? What do I say when everyone is losing their job? As of today, I'm recording this on April 9th. Their Forbes article that I researched in order to do this podcast said 14.7% unemployment, which means 85% employment. So not everyone is losing their job. And sharing business opportunities, people don't have money to spare with layoffs. Again, 85% of people are still employed. Now, of course, there's fear and anxiety involved, and that's not what we're going to talk about today, but just those stories that we're hearing from people are really like they're magnifying the way we're applying that truth for that person. And so here's what I think is the big challenge. In the past, we would hear one, no, thank you, but we might get 5 positive responses, so it would cancel out. Well, now that unemployment rate is shifting, people are in a lot of fear and anxiety, we might have for every one, we'll call it a quote, negative interaction, we might only have 2 or 3 positive interactions. Well, so it hasn't gotten rid of that negative interaction in our mind. And so we're kind of getting jacked up by it, honestly. So now our brain is working against us. It's extrapolating meaning and applying it. Now, I am not suggesting that everything is okay and there's nothing to worry about or think about, or these things aren't happening. It's not okay. It's there's a lot of fear and anxiety. Threats are real. Some threats are perceived. It's a huge disruption to life. There is economic uncertainty. There is health uncertainty. There's relational uncertainty. Okay, we know all of that. But we need to look at how can we make sure that our mind isn't playing tricks on us too, right? We have all that stuff happening and then our mind is playing tricks on us. That's not helpful. So what can we control? We can't control all of those other things. We can't control the health uncertainty, the economic uncertainty, or the relational uncertainty. But what we can do is we can say, okay, brain, get yourself in check as much as possible. Okay, so I have a few steps for you. Step 1, best defense is a good offense. I know that the saying is the opposite. The best offense is a good defense, but I think right now in business, the best defense, if you want to protect your business, it's time to go on offense. Turn up your journaling on good news. One of the things I talk about all the time is your impact journal, writing down all the people that you impacted positively. Don't write down all the people that stopped ordering. Write down all the people that actually did order yesterday. Keep focused on the positive. Whatever you focus on will replicate. So if you focus on all the people that you're losing, all the people, right? The percentage of people that you're losing due to layoffs and economic uncertainty, that will likely grow. If you focus on the people who are continuing to order and their loyalty, and you recognize them and you care about them and you give them some love and appreciation, they are more likely to stick around. One of the things that I've been working on over the past few weeks are just some gifts for my private one-on-one clients, finding the perfect thing that will encourage them right now. And I think that's important. Instead of focusing on maybe the people that are exiting our paid products, we're focusing on the people that are here and really trying to serve them. Our family, every night, we've been doing this for a long time. At the end of the night, we all share 3 things that we're grateful for. That really is a good offense when it comes to your encouragement. Number 2 step is reset your expectations for success. Maybe in the past, you used to do 5 one-on-one appointments with people over the course of time, and 3 people would buy. Well, we know that a percentage of people, right, they're struggling. So reset your expectations. Maybe out of 5 appointments, 2 people buy, or one person buys. At least you have a better expectation going in, so your disappointment or your panic won't be as hard. Remember, 85% of people are still employed. While some of them might still be in a fear state, and I understand that, it's not 100%. Number 3, organize your connections. What I found myself doing is making it my point. I started to get really drained because so much of my work is supporting people, right? And so I was spending extra time in places where people were struggling. That makes sense, right? And it started just to wear on me. I was not spending any time with people who were doing well. So as I know it's been encouraged to everybody to connect with people as we're kind of stuck in an isolated space. I want to encourage you to connect with people who are doing well and let them tell their stories. I find myself, we're actually doing okay. My family, my kids have always been they've been in online schools their 2nd year. Not a huge adjustment. They're not going into the classroom to make slime, but that's actually better. And we don't have to clean slime out of the carpet. They don't do their, they don't have their friends that they see a few hours a day. But all their homework, they already know how to do it all. My husband works at the lab. I run an online business. We're generally homebodies, and my kids are introverts. So they're just like, we miss karate, sort of, kind of right now. But since they haven't really missed any time in 4 years, the break is not, the online stuff is working for them. But I noticed myself, I don't feel great talking about the good things that are happening. And I don't know, it's weird. It's almost like this misery loves company. So I would recommend that you reach out to people who are doing well, that are in a good space, that are happy right now. Instead of being frustrated at them, like, I'm frustrated, why are you happy? Maybe ask them to tell their stories, and maybe we can rewrite some of those stories in your mind and their emotional hold on you. Number 4, don't discount products other than what you might normally do if you were going to discount something, or withdraw yourself from the marketplace. Instead, I recommend that you set a budget or some parameters for philanthropy if that's really something that you have a challenge with. So if you want to give, get really, if you're getting really affected by people who can't afford the product and that physically hurts you because of your mission, and you're able to, maybe just say, hey, I have 2 things, this stash per month. I'm so sorry you're going through a hard time. I'd love to gift this to you. Or figure out some sort of way that you can serve those people so that you don't have that guilt, and then make sales, solve problems for the people who do have income and that can pay for your stuff. You don't need to discount it for someone who's still employed. But we feel like we need to change the prices for everything because a certain segment of the population can't pay for it. And so we're discounting it for people who can pay for it. That's not really smart business sense. Instead, what I would recommend is to figure out a way to solve, if you really want to be generous with those folks, figure out a way that feels comfortable to you. Even if it's just putting in your communication, if you can't afford it because you've gotten laid off, let me know. I may have some special pricing for you. I want to just give you, if you're finding yourself stuck, I want to encourage you with this thought. Helping someone else is the fastest way out of worry. Our discomfort with this, right? This is all worry. I worry how I'm going to be perceived. I worry no one's going to buy. Go help someone. Help find out what their problems, goals, and needs are. Offer them a solution. See if it's a good fit for them. If you're really specific, it probably will be. When you can articulate the problems, needs, and goals of your customers better than they can, they see you as an expert, and they want to, they're way more interested in your solution. So I just want you to focus on that on a daily basis. Focus on people that you are able to help versus the ones you aren't. And I think hopefully that will help you at least to understand what's going on in your head right now. Why are you getting more discouraged than you feel like you should? Eliminate that shame and start to move forward with your life and your business on what you can do. I hope that's helpful for you, and have a great day.